Good evening. I'm Stanford Howe with the Hgp Sportscast. We tell you now that the Minister of Legal Affairs, along with the Minister responsible for sports, Nicolette Henry, meet with stakeholders and board members of the Guyana Cricket Board. Nightly News will bring you the details in a subsequent sportscast. In rugby news, Banks DIH through their Coca-Cola brand are behind the Guyana national men's rugby team, the Green Machines, as they prepare to play United States Panthers for the Rugby Americans North overall 15th title.
Guyana's national men's rugby team, popularly known as the Green Machine, will be seeking to reenact the script from 2014 when they overcame USA 30-27 for the RAN 15's overall title on Saturday, July 29, when they host USA Panthers. The visitors will be seeking to exact revenge when they take to the National Park Athletics Field on Saturday. Banks DIH, through their Coca-Cola brand, has shown its support behind Guyana's Green Machine once again, as they did when the local Ruggers hosted and defeated Trinidad and Tobago on June 10 last month to reclaim their RAN South Zone title for the third consecutive year. At the sponsorship check handing over ceremony at the Banks DIH boardroom, Public Relations Officer of the company, Troy Peters, related that he is looking forward to see this team.
In fact, Banks DIH Limited, under the Coca-Cola brand, will be heavily supporting the Green Machine against the USA Panthers, that's the USA South Panthers, come Saturday. We look forward to another exciting rugby encounter because I know against Trinidad, those who were there saw Guyana play to its full potential. USA
Panthers will be sending a strong 31-man team contingent for the match that will be officiated by Dave Sherwin, referee, along with Justin Colgan, assistant ref 1, and Kevin Merley, assistant ref 2. Speaking at the launch, patron of the Guyana Rugby Football Union, Kit Nascimento, explained the importance of the Guyana versus USA Panthers game.
We are at the top of the region. In equivalent terms, it's the same as the Gold Cup, CONCACAF Gold Cup. But it's generally not so recognized, and I hope the media will help the population understand that that is the level that we have arrived at in the sport of rugby in Guyana.
GRFU 15's Green Machine captain Ryan Gonzalez stated at the launch that he is aware of the physical advantage the USA Panthers team hold. That team comprises of even larger players than Trinidad and Tobago, who Guyana defeated for the Rugby Americas North-South Zone title.
With all what the weather has been doing to us of recent, we're working on our technical aspect because we know very much aware of the US South Panthers, their size, their weight, and they will be having some bigger guys than we played against Trinidad. So we're really working in our technical department so that we could really stop them at the gain line.
Coach of the GRFU 15's team, Shane Grant Stewart, said that he had not seen a lot of the Panthers team and that there is not a direct plan, but
our motivation basically is to win, regardless of what they have, what they bring to the table. We are, like the captain said, we are prepared to adapt on the field, on the day, to take this game forward.
As promised, Calvin Chatman will now update us on action in the Georgetown Amateur Basketball Association League. Pace setters continue their winning form and defending champ Colts clip Eagles' wings.
The first match on Wednesday, night 11 of the Banks DIH-sponsored Georgetown Amateur Basketball Association's tournament at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall saw the Pace Setters Basketball Club continue their winning form from last weekend. When the Pace Setters last played on Saturday, they enjoyed a huge victory, winning 98-40 in the second division, as the woes of Pepsi Sonics Basketball Club continued in the league. On Wednesday night, all was well with the club as Pace Setters found the Cobras without venom in their 59-47 victory, played in the under-23 division. Tafawa Bailey, 13 points, continued to lead his team, as was the case when they lost the Eagles under-23 last week. Pace setters Stephen Peters made equal contribution to the scorecard with an identical 13 points. For Cobras, Michael Lewis 9 points and Akeem Morrison 7 points were the top performers for the losers. The feature match of the night between current champions Colts and 2015 champions Eagles, who were unbeaten in this tournament so far, took their first loss of the 2017 season in the under-23 division. It was this same Colts that gave Eagles their first loss in the second division on Saturday as well. Wednesday night's game finished 89-49. The high-flying Eagles catapulted to an embarrassing 40-point defeat. Colts dominated the game from jump ball, showing Eagles little to no time in the paint. On the offensive, Colts stacked up and ones as though it was a shoe sale. Timothy Thompson, 17 points, was the main man for Colts, supported by Jonathan Manger, 12 points, and Jafar Gibbons with 9 points. Kevin Higgins was the main man for Eagles. He scored a game-high 18 points, but with little support from the rest of the team, Shamar Huntley was the only other significant to the scorecard with 10 points, as the Eagles' star player Travis Belgrave continues to nurse an ankle injury. Colts' Daniel Ramlagan spoke to HGP Sport after the game.
Well, coming up against Eagles, we have been very good rivals from a good while since we started playing together. So it was a tough game, nevertheless the score. They were actually #1 contenders coming into this tournament. So we had a lot coming out mentally because we're now restructuring as a team. And these guys have the chemistry and they've been together for a long while. So it was a lot of preparation put into this team. And the game was a good game, it was a well-fought game.
In more basketball news, Guyana's poor showing at this year's FIBA Central Basketball Tournament in the Dominican Republic continued yesterday, when they were beaten 115-48 by Puerto Rico. After suffering a heavy loss to Bahamas, 114-63 on the opening night, Coach Lugard Mohammed was hoping for his men to regroup and perform better against Puerto Rico, who were victorious against Mexico 67-53 in their first game. Kevin Wiggins, who had 32 points against the Bahamas, was the team leading scorer once again with 15 points, while Akeem Crandon had a double-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds. Apart from Wiggins and Crandon, Jahil Young had 5 points, while Nigel Bowen and Andrew Johnson each had 4 points. Leading scorers for Puerto Rico's Gianna Franco Gaffal had a game high of 23 points, 6 rebounds and 4 steals for his team, while being supported by Jarrell Zapps, 20 points, Allen Quintan, 17, and Ernest Torres, 14. Guyana will look to end the round-robin stage of the tournament on a high when they face Mexico, who defeated the Bahamas 83-75. We tell you now in international football, suspended Spanish Football Federation President Angel Marie Villa has resigned from his role as Vice President of the UEFA and FIFA. He and his son Gogar was arrested early this month as a part of a corruption investigation. Villa, who denied all the allegations, has been suspended for 1 year by the Spanish Football Federation. In a statement by the UEFA, Villa will no longer have any official functions at our organization in view of the ongoing court proceedings in Spain. UEFA said its president Alexandra Shafran has accepted Villa's resignation and had thanked him for the years of service to the European football. Villa, former Athletic Bilbao and Spain midfielder, had headed the Spanish Football Federation for 29 years. Juan Luis Lares has been named as interim president. That's all we have for tonight's Sportscast. Back to you, Javon.